go Shard, Guidance, get to guaranteed hit 3, have two of our thresholds. We actually have a Teamer Savage Knuckleblade deck on the docket at some point. Need to get to that one. There's a lot of ones we need to get to. Righteous Outlaw on the play is so cracked. Like, they don't have like drop of wax here to make a 1/1. The Righteous Outlaw could very easily take over the early portion of this game. Yeah, Slow Shard is great for us. So Righteous Outlaw has speed, and every time he diligences or readies the start of a turn, he either makes a Valor power up or he flips into the Scarlet Swordsman and gets to shoot something. So that's great. Fourth Shard is fantastic there. It means you're going to curve out 2, 3, 4 guaranteed. Moonrise Elder has the Charges Gem in it, so it's going to poop our, what's it called, up to 7 and get to ban around 4. If opponent plays anything out here with 2 defense or less, we'll just get to flip the Righteous Outlaw and mow it down. They could have Innate of Wax, the 1/3 that will let them stonewall our Outlaw, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. Good tempo swing. Deals 1 damage to something. Heart's a great pickup. So Ardent Crusader puts more pressure on the table. War-Torn General gives me more value from playing out my other things. I have this Heart of Embers here that wants to get value from playing out Valors. Moonrise Elder is going to make Valors regardless of how I slice it. Honestly, part of the reason I want to play the War-Torn General here is because I don't actually know if I want to Fate Weave a resource or not. Because, like, I wouldn't mind a 5th resource, but I really don't want a 6th or 7th resource. But, like, if there's already a resource on top of my deck, I don't want to Fate Weave an additional one to the top. I think I'm going to play the War-Torn General out. It's not as resource efficient, but I'm going to maximize my Heart of Embers. Scion's pretty scary here. The War-Torn General. Maybe I should have just played the Ardent Crusader to guarantee that I could have had a... to guarantee that I have another resource next turn. So I could play the Heart of Embers here, but that means my opponent has a window to kill it. That's probably ideal, because I do just need to, like, guarantee take their Scion off the table next turn. This makes a Valor when we play the Ardent, and then it makes another Valor when it comes into play. So if our opponent doesn't have removal for this next turn, we're going to just mow down their board most likely. Yep. This card lets them make candles every time they play any card. Hopefully they don't have another like Flame Burst to be able to go wide enough to kill this with a Wrath of the Elements. This will probably be like the make or break point of this game. Like, do they have a way to kill this? Like, I've kind of locked myself into like a more controlling role leaning on this Heart of Embers because I didn't play the Ardent Crusader on 3. If I would have played the Crusader on 3, I could have played the Moonrise Elder on 4 and like bannered and smashed and like put them under the Abyss pretty quickly with pressure, but pretty committed to this line once I played the War-Torn General on 2, I think, and they had the Scion. This tank here hopefully means that Okay, sweet. That's great for us. That means they're not killing the Heart of Embers. They're just trying to, like, cut my Valor production. Alright, so what's the plan here? Okay, we hit a shard. Shard. I'm actually going to... Huh. Yeah, I'm going to guarantee a resource on top of my deck here, because I would like to Moonrise Elder plus play some extra Valors out next turn. I'm going to play War-Torn General here. I think we need to just be conservative again here. It looks like they can't kill my Heart of Embers, ideally, so let's just shoot down some of these things. Have to kill the Scion. Yeah, we're planning to do Legacy tonight. I'm only going to play like an hour or so of Hex. I only want to play 2 or 3 matches. So every time we play one of these Valor power-ups, we just shoot a candle. Do I want to hold this back to block? No, I don't think I do. I think I want to just smash them. They have like double acquire. We're just dead regardless. Like chump blocking's not going to save us, so might as well. Might as well get in there. This will make just a bunch of Valors next turn, plus our champ power. So if they don't have removal or smush us this turn, we can probably just run them out of the game, assuming we put a non-slow shard on top of our deck with that Fate Weave. Acolyte, sure. This is a 2-1 that lets them illuminate. Hopefully they continue going wide. Going up is scary. Going up is scary. Yep, there's Acquire. 5/5s, that's 15 coming across. Can I push lethal this turn? Unsure. Let's find out. Hopefully this is a non-slow shard and we can push lethal. On slow, okay. So Moonrise makes me a bunch of Valors, but I can play 2 of them. I think they're dead. I think this is lethal, because I get to go Valor here, shoot this, and then I get to go Valor, shoot you, Burning Banner, attack with everything. I'm pretty sure this is lethal. Yeah, looks pretty lethal. They're a little over dead. Banner gives +1 attack. They're exactly dead without the banner +1, so with the banner they're taking 17 here. So that worked out. They didn't have the removal to be able to put the Heart of Embers in the ground. We were able to sneak that one out. I don't think the sideboard really has good cards for candles. I guess Return to Cinder seems fine. The extra Sabertooth seems fine. The Hyborian Huntmasters are fine. As much as it pains me to say this, Exalted Commander's probably not good enough here. Hardened Crusaders, better with something other than Fate Weave. Maybe they're better as just protection in this matchup. Just 4/6s against their largely damage-based removal. I'm a Hero of Legend. Need 2 more cuts here. This feels like so much top end. Feels like a lot of top end, right? Yeah, Outlaw's not great, but I don't have another. I think Outlaw's better than Exalted Commander just for like curve purposes. Maybe just trim a couple Conjurers too. That's my method of going wide. Is the Conjurer though. On the draw, this just isn't good enough. We'll reconsider what we're doing on the play. We play less removal, more troops. Oh crap! Forgot to put Jaces in my deck. Didn't you hear Bloodbraid Elf is better than Jace anyways? I think that might actually be the case. It's way off base. But I didn't actually play with Bloodbraid Elf a ton when the last time it was legal in Modern. I was mostly playing the game format casually at that point, but I wasn't expecting the power level that Bloodbraid Elf really has. It's really like Modern's a format that's a lot about generating tempo, and Bloodbraid Elf generates a lot of tempo. I'm gonna take a non-resource here. I kind of like a 5th at some point, but I also would like a 3-drop. Also like a piece of removal, so there's a 3-drop. That's great. I want a War Torn or do I want a Llama Herder? I think I want a War Torn because I'd like to cash some Valors here as we curve into this Heart of Embers. There's also a good chance that like whatever 2-drop we play here dies, so Clear Deck tends to have a lot of removal in it. What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? They like torn between like Scion versus killing my thing. Should definitely just stick Scion. Well, I guess they could be worried that like if they stick Scion, I could untap and have removal for it. Sure. Or maybe their cat, you know, just knocked their drink over and they needed to take care of that and weren't to the tank about anything. Yeah, that's true, 2 tracks. The sequencing does allow me to have a pseudo 3-drop off Llama into Valor. It's a good reason to lead this way. Okay, so we're gonna get to ready with this War Torn General. Probably taking 3 on this attack here. I assume they're gonna push. They know I won't block. Yeah, it's a good attack on their part. I'm a 3-4 out. Grab a Valor. We'll see what we draw here. If we hit a non-slow shard next turn, I might just go like Herder and have them diddle each other. And then we can Heart plus Valor as a surprise and guarantee get damage in with it. So this is going to trigger the Runic Candescence. At least they don't have a Scion going on while they're doing this. That's unfortunate. I might not have time to have my Llama Herders diddle each other here. This might need to be like Herder into Valor, both my things, so I can actually get some blocks in. Because like if I Valor, War Torn, and Valor, Llama Herder, I'll have a 4-4 and a 3-3. So we hit the non-slow shard. I think I'm going Herder into Valor here now. Just so hopefully they don't have any way to pump their stuff. It's a good example of why you need... Often you want removal when you're on the draw on these style of matchups. On the play, you could just kind of be like pressure, but on the draw, you kind of need removal to help you break serve. It's a beating. Yeah, we're pretty dead at that point. So that's going to kill our Llama Herder, which will make our War-Torn General into a 3/3, and then they're going to get to pump their candles to 3/3s. Go down at that point. Cut one of these Huntmasters and go back up a Conjurer. And cut a Sabertooth too. Just be on the play and try and aggro them out. Yeah, what's going on, Forgotten Glory? Just playing a couple ladder matches, see where my rank has fallen to. You can't look at it without... You can't see your ladder rank without playing a match if you're below 100, so... play one or two, see where we fall. This game's great. It's okay. Needs a couple more things, but Herder into Scion's nothing to scoff at, really. This means we're going to guaranteed find another thing, so we get to fit weave a non-resource here. I think their deck's better at break serving than ours is, because their deck is pretty efficient in terms of their removal. Maybe we should just play some candles. Maybe we'll do that after this match. Candles deck I kind of liked. The big dragon's pretty good. Did they also unban Jace? So Hex has their 5Ks every other month, and I was close-ish to top 64 when we took a break, 2 weeks ago or whatever, so wanted to play a couple matches and see if I can play a few here and there and squeak into their top 64 to play their 5K, because 5Ks from home are pretty tough to pass up. Wouldn't mind qualifying for that and getting to slam into some nerds. Double shard call. Okay, so that means they don't have a flame barrage. I think if they had barrage, they would have killed my... That's pretty great. That's pretty excellent. So this is going to give us a Valor when my Llama Herder hits my opponent. So, like, now my opponent needs to kill my Llama Herder so it doesn't start making llamas. They need to kill this so it can't making that. They need to kill the Scion because that's going to make candles. So we just, like, have all these must answer threats on the play. Yep, so they got that one down. That's fine. I'm gonna do this. I think I actually just want to make my Hero of Legend bigger here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Scion out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and Valor this. And Scion's the same one my opponent had last game. Whenever we play a card, we get to Illuminate. So I don't think putting the Valor on here really protects her from anything because their Flame Lick steal 3. So I think I'd rather make this a little bit larger and potentially get it out of range of like double burn or something like that. Another Valor. If they have a way to kill the Scion, we are probably going to need another threat, although I guess this is pressuring nicely. We have Guidance here to guarantee another piece of action. Okay. Don't have a Flame Barrage. Don't have a Flame Barrage. Okay. They don't have a Flame Barrage. I think we can get up and win this race. Lost round 1 of the bash. Well, the good news is you have the entire rest of your day at home, so that's nice. Oh, they're going bigger. That seems ambitious. You're just gonna be able to block my stuff? This is... Okay, so that's some... Opponent sequenced well so far this match, but that was some pretty poor sequencing on their part. They could have 2 2/2s here, but instead they have a 2/2 and a 1/1. Alright, so let's start with Guidance and grab a non-resource. I'm making a new candle. I want to make like 3 candles before we start going big with them. Second Scion is pretty terrible. I'm gonna Valor her. Actually, I'm gonna go bigger now because I want to be able to attack with this candle, I think. When this attacks, it makes all of our Valorous troops invincible, so my Scion can attack in for free here. Yeah, some X1's always top 8, right? Right, that's pretty great. So I want to just go wide at this point, right? I think I want to just go wide so that way opponent has a hard time like going wide and killing us that way. Huntmaster lets us fog an attack. It prevents all damage other cards other than him would deal for a turn. So, it's pretty great. That being said, like, they did just get to ready with a Scion, so this could be a pretty scary turn for them. Like, they could go wide and tall very quickly here. Yeah, like, if they get to play, like, 2 more cards here, they're just gonna have a bunch of 4/4s. Especially if, like there's a good chance, like, another card that they play here lets them, like, illuminate again. What's going on, Jolie Paul? Morning. I'd love to draw, like, a Moonrise Elder or Heart of Ember or something that, like, gives me multiple cards. Yeah, that's probably going to be the nail. These are going to be 4/4s and 5/5s here. Made a Moonrise Elder we can probably smash. Acquire's such a fucked card. We should probably just play Candles if I want to play aggro. Top 8 of Lion had 4 Tron decks. God fucking bless. Finally. Finally, they figured it out. Tron is great. It's everything that's wrong with Modern. Alright, what does Moonrise Elder let me do? Moonrise Elder lets me illuminate 3 times. That's probably not enough. You just, like, never beat the Candles deck when they draw, like, multiple Choirs in a dozen cards. Just never ever win. Intrepid Conjurer is probably not gonna do it. I guess we'll play. Yeah, I'd say I think we're gonna play because this Hyperborean Huntmaster might let us steal it if they just, like, A space smash face next or just, like, play my fog, kill them on the backswing. No reason to attack here. Oh yeah. Oh no. Big scary dragon. Probably can't ever win. Please don't attack me with everything. Please no. Don't do it. Don't attack me with everything. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Do me dirty. Come on. Come on. Come on. Gotta attack with a bunch to win. That's what we wanted, chat. We're gonna steal one. We're gonna steal one. Blocks. Trigger. Oh, you got some poops. All right, let that smash here real quick. All right, hopefully they don't do us dirty on the backswing. This is all I got. This is all I got.
I pooped.
You pooped. Ah, we got him. All right, let's change some poop. All right, what rank? What rank? Wait, we gotta see what rank we are. That's why we're doing this. We gotta see what rank we are. Survey says 196 or 69. Little backwards reading there. All right, let's win a couple and see how far we move. Yep, you got big poo poo. You know what you're on? I'll grab your on, okay, and I'll bring it down. Love you. Yeah, same. No, no more red chips. Ugh. You have to play the full 5, right? That's part of the reason I'm not streaming Magic this morning, because I don't feel like playing 5 matches. Play 2, 3 matches maybe. I have to try this momentum deck that did well at the Plunder. Looks pretty sweet too. I'm a sucker for Exalted Pathfinder. I just want to attack people with large troops very quickly. I'd probably play the Momentum deck right now, but I kind of feel like playing another match before I build it. How to beat Mono Blood. Just hope not to play against it. The ladder's pretty casual on Hex, which is nice to a degree. You just kind of play whatever you want, even if Mono Blood's pretty fucked in tournaments. Like, most people just play random and bad things on the ladder. The Mono Blood deck's really expensive to build, right? Like, the Blood deck's like 200, 250 bucks, so like, not everyone's playing the Mono Blood deck. Oh shit, Sockets is a decking. Are there Arcing Rusts in my reserve still? Well, I guess this deck's good against those. Yeah, there's 3 Arcing. Had to do double check there real quick. I wasn't sure when we built this deck. Wasn't sure when I built this deck. Yeah. The ladder's pretty casual. You can pretty much play whatever you want on the ladder. Oh no, the ladder's casual. Nobody plays Mono Blood. It costs $200. Immediately queue into Mono Blood. Alright. Place Sadness on the stack. Sadness resolves. I was asking for that, right? Just want to play a good honest curve. Get mind rotted and Bride of the Damned out of the game. I deserve that. Ooh, Blood Ruby, not Mono Blood. Sweet. God bless you for brewing, opponent. God bless you for wanting to brew. I don't know what that means, but it sounds kind of rude, so I'm gonna ban you because I'm kind of in a no negativity mood morning. So let's just be like decent fucking human beings. I know it's a weird concept, but what if we were all just decent to each other? You know? What if we were all just decent to each other instead of being fucking assholes? It's this new thing I'm trying. What if everybody was just a little bit nicer? Arrgh, attack for 3. Repoplar! That's hot. Ooh, Spell Shield Repoplar. That's annoying. Okay, huh. I have a non-resource here. Happiness is mandatory. Thanks for the bits, Forgotten Glory. You want cheese? You want a cheese stick? You want Paw Patrol cheese? I think I want to just waxed on here. I think I want to just waxed on so I don't accidentally get hit by the Repoplar. I know, and it's great. It's great. Fortron, that makes me happy. We've been waiting for a top 8 with 16 Tron pieces for a long time. Alright, that's a mind rot. I'm not that afraid of Bride of the Damned, since they don't have a bunch of blood, so I'm gonna bin the Flame Barrage for now. Assume this is gonna be no attacks here. Yeah. So we can end step this Wax Dawn. You guys want to go to 4 candles here. If we get a shard, our turn's gonna be great. Wrath of the Elements. Why? Why are you Spell Shield? You want cheese stick? Okay. That's gonna be a cheese stick for you. Alright. Attack for 8 here. I'm gonna attack on a cheese stick. Let me get your cheese stick. Go. Go. Sabretooth, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna get to split this for Poplar, but we probably get to kill them next turn. That's unfortunate. They took my Wrath of the Elementals, really? Okay. Got a few draws that are lethal here. Ooh, that's okay. So grab a non-resource. Champ power. Make 3/3s, Candescence, make 4/4s. And like these aren't gonna be lethal yet, so I'm just gonna do this. This cuts them off with their champ power if we hit them with all of these too, which is nice. They might double block here. Oh, just go into 1. Okay. It's just the abusive father everyone has come to accept as normal. Yeah, basically. Alright, only one of those is Skyguard. Are you dead? Yeah, they could. They had, one of these had Skyguard, right? Yeah, Skyguard and Flight. They could have double blocked. I say it's been a while, but I thought I remembered what the icons meant. Don't make me doubt myself, Trax. Make me doubt myself. I think Wings of Wax probably actually isn't very good here. Although what is good? The only troops they showed me were those. I guess Wrath of the Elements is probably a little bit slow at killing those. Flame Barrage seems fine. Tooth seems fine. I don't know that I want any of these cards on my board. Seem like they're a more aggressive blood deck. Which is weird to say. Maybe this Return to Cinder is good just because it kills their stupid thing. I could bring in Candlelight as a finisher. Sarah and Duck? Okay. I got you. It seems fine. It's not super threat dense, but it's got a Wax Sacrament on one. I think I'm just gonna do this to make a 1/1. Probably get in a couple chip shots with this. Wax Sacrament's still great. Gabriel Nassif just tweeted he went 11-4 at the Grand Prix and didn't cash. That's so fucking gross. Yeah, that's unreasonably gross. Alright, so the Shard Call is a guaranteed resource. This is a guaranteed resource. So this is resource 3, resource 4, resource 5. Ruby here. Want to curve into this Livanth. We'll probably go Wings of Wax next turn, and then Scion plus 1 drop. Hopefully they don't get a Speed Repoplar here. Speed Repoplar here would be pretty bad for us. ZX Judgment. Deal. Have a Nightfall. Have a Phantom? Fine. Some people are after the glory. You know, the glory from the Magic Pro Tour that doesn't pay that much. I think I'd rather get another 1/1 here rather than make this a 2/2. I see that going either way. So next turn I get to go Scion, return to Cinder this, smash you for 4 probably. You could also just like make them bigger, or we go wider again. Yeah. That's pretty good. They've amassed a lot of card advantage this game. Maybe they're actually not that aggressive. Like, I was pegging them on being something more aggressive than what they're playing right now, but that could have just been because, like, they had Repoplar last game. Magic Online's competitive. I'm gonna make my candles bigger here just because it plays around verdicts a little bit better. So Hex has a 5K tournament every other month, and you qualify for it by playing on their ladder. So I was already Cosmic in their ladder this season, so I just wanted to play a few matches and see if it would be possible for me to qualify for that. Just on playing a few matches, so we're playing a couple matches this morning to see where my ladder rank shakes out too. Alright, so we're just gonna smash this dragon down their throat. Just get in while the getting is good. I'm actually gonna make a candle here with this, and then so whenever this attacks, we get to illuminate. So this will make a 1/1. And then I'm gonna add my dragon, make them both larger. So we'll have 5 power left over even if they kill my dragon. And they're taking a hit for 7 here, which is pretty good for us. So they're going to 12. I've got 10 days a week. I've got 10 days. Thank you. Got 10 days. Discard a card at random. Nah, you can have a Daybreak, like my cards. I would love to sacrifice a constant. I don't really care if my things fly. That's a tough sell. Hey, Juju Gazabi. 21-month 3 subscription. Thanks a lot. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Discard a card, give them another Daybreak. I am going to give them another Daybreak. We're just going to try and kill them this turn, I think. Okay, we need to kill them because they're gonna gain 3 health a turn now. So hopefully we're about to kill them here. So it's gonna make my candles real big. This is actually lethal through removal spell here, right? Need to attack here, make these bigger again. So this is 9, and then this adds 4 if I need to. So this is 9. This is just lethal, right? Yeah, they're dead. 169 to 159. That's probably doable. Okay, let's build this momentum deck. Yeah, we're gonna play some Legacy tonight. I'm not gonna do the stream this morning is not gonna be a long one. I think I'm just gonna play 1, maybe 2 more matches, depending on how long it takes. Or partially playing an aggressive deck so I can play a few quickly. Look, that seemed like a lot of work to type out. We're not about that life. Yeah, the tough part is you can't really know how many matches 100 ranks takes to get. Like, sometimes it's really easy, but other times it could take a lot. It depends on how much other people are playing and how well they're doing. Why are there only 3 Goldfathers in this deck? Usually I don't make too many changes to decks before playing them. We're putting a 4th Goldfather in this deck. That's happening. I didn't update Stream Decker because I had to spend so much time building the actual deck together. Mary Kara. What's going on, Bramaz? Morning. Corners of the World seems pretty sweet in this deck. No, Stream Decker doesn't work with Hex, that's the joke. That's the joke. Maybe I'm not putting another one of these in. God, that feels so bad. This card's just so busted when it lives. Why are there Wise Magistrates in the board? There's another Corners of the World. I like that. Grossy Buck. Play one of these. Look at my AA Frostlock here. Poor little berries all locked up. I'll put the 4th grasp in the board. Yeah, definitely. Anything that's done well in a large modern tournament, you can pretty much assume I'm just like on board to take. Oh yeah, I'm certain the bash is a lot of people that play constructed are in the bash. You could probably also argue that it's easier opponents while the more competitive people are in the bash. So that's an upside. Hello, oldest son. Oh. You like your tablet? Yeah. Seems pretty good. Yep. Yeah, it's free to play if you want it to be. Yeah, I just report them for harassment tracks. It's really easy. The report for harassment function also blocks them. This is actually great now that I'm looking at it more, right? We get to go like Might Singer into Shamrock, into Merry Caravan, into Palm, hopefully. Seems super strong. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I wish Immortal had better support in Hex. That's one of the things that disappoints me a little bit. I think Hex is a really awesome, interesting, and deep card pool, and Immortal could let us do some really neat things and fun things, and there's just, like, isn't a way to really play Immortal, because the Immortal queue that we have isn't an Immortal queue, it's a casual queue, essentially. Yep. I mean, I understand their concern with, like, maybe the player base is slightly too small to support, like, Immortal gauntlets, but I really wish they'd just, like, try it. just like see, and then if it fails and like the queue times are too long or whatever, just like take it away. But like I really wish they just give it a chance. Feel like they could stand to gain something and not really stand to lose much. Like they already have the gauntlet code. It's not like they'd be coding something new. Yeah, right? That GP top 8. Having an immortal gauntlet too would solve one of the other problems. Would it solve one of the other problems? Oh, sorry. I pushed the wrong button. There you go. There you go. One of the other problems Hex has, which is you can't get value on demand with constructed currently. Do I like playing chess? Nah, I never really got into chess. I'm just not lucky enough to play chess. I know how to play chess. I know how all the pieces work and like what their move patterns are, but I've never studied strategy or anything like that. I think part of the worry of an immortal gauntlet is that like it would pull from the constructed ladder, but I think there's a subset of people that like aren't interested in playing more constructed ladder matches that would be interested in playing an immortal gauntlet. So like you would just have more people playing Hex if there was an immortal gauntlet. Yeah, I know. I think they need to just. I definitely agree that I think it's the player base size concern, and I wish they just like take a small risk and like if it sucks, then or the wait times are that bad, then to undo it. Like say, okay, we tried and it was failure, and sorry, we tried at least. Yeah, exactly, Trax. And that was part of like when I'm streaming a bunch too, like at a certain point it's like, well, like now I might stream a little bit to like try and climb back into top 64, but like when I stream Hex, you know, even just 8 to 10 hours a week, like that's more than enough to stay in the top 64. So it's like, well, I'm just like, I'm playing to produce content, I guess, but like I'm not really playing for anything other than that. So hopefully they play something to give us a lucky coin here, and then we get to go lucky coin into Merry Caravan, and then the following turn we could just go absolutely insane with this Merry Caravan. So Merry Caravan, for those that are new, whenever you play a resource, you add a party counter to this, and then you get a random troop. So, and the troops scale the more party counters you get. So basically, the more wacky and wild your party is, the faster it gets going. Sweet. Okay, so they're killing our Shamrock Goldfather, but we're gonna get to stick the Merry Caravan into play, which is kind of great. And hopefully they won't have a way to spot remove the Merry Caravan. I guess they could potentially have a way to spot remove the Merry Caravan, but hopefully they don't, especially game 1. Then we kind of take over the game with it. So the lucky coin is a resource that also lets us fate weave, so we're going to guaranteed find some more action with this, which is nice. Yeah, Twilight Justice is a fair assessment. If they Twilight Justice, they could potentially kill it, but I think it's worth the risk to reward is good here. Just because like I want to be able to Palm of Granite next turn. So like next turn I'm gonna get to play 4 resources out. I'm gonna play resource for the turn, or 3, sorry. Resource for the turn, Palm of Granite for a second, and then Champ Power for a third. Yeah, exactly. I think there's like, especially because like when I stream Magic, like I mostly stream Modern and Legacy because people just want to like have decks and like play them for forever and not have to worry about things rotating. And like Immortal goes a long way towards letting people do that in Hex too. So like having more Immortal support can bring in players that aren't interested in touching a rotating format. You can have a Phantom, I think. I can attack through that. So I get to go ahead and play this out. Fate Weave some action to the top of my deck. Which gives me a random 1/1, random 1-drop, and then I get to play Palm of Granite, which is going to play another resource, which will trigger Merry Caravan. Oh, you know what? I should have given this momentum first, right? Because then it would have built the momentum up. So I think I'd rather give that one momentum, right? I love you, oldest son, even if you're loud. Spend a charge to make a phantom. I think I'd rather keep my charges there, actually. I think I'd rather keep my charges. I was going to get to another champ power here soon. Yeah, what a tilt. What a tilt. See, Seeker off the top would be pretty decent. I think I'd rather give them a Daybreak at this point. I think I need to hold this Winter's Grasp for their stupid... What's their Verdict guy? The uncommon that... although that... I'm just gonna get rid of this and try and kill them. I'm just gonna get rid of this and try and kill them. The guy that whenever they Verdict, we take damage. Yeah, Umbral Guard. It might be worth holding the Grasp for that, but I think I'd rather just take that out. Take that guy out of the equation there. Hopefully we find some more bombs here. Corners of the World, that's pretty good. Kinda? It's kinda good, I guess. Briar Tusk, alright, what's this do? This is one of those things like align with 2 elements of your choice. Like, I don't actually know what this card does, and I actually can't find out till I play it. It would be nice if I could know what my card. At the start of your turn, draw a card, then discard a card, get a Blaze Elemental, like a loot. Start of your turn, troop you control get 1/1. Random troop you control get 2/2. I think I'd just like to make my things bigger. Alright, sounds great. It would be nice if I could like zoom in on this card when it's in my hand and like pop up a thing that shows me what all 6 of those things do. It's like the Verdict mechanic, right? Like the Verdict mechanic's really neat, but like I can't look at this and a Verdict. Okay, what does that mean? I wish I could know what this means by looking at that. Yeah, maybe. They have a lot of crap that they just don't really care about, right? I feel like maybe that's an incorrect assessment. I feel like a lot of the cards they have are kind of poopy. Kind of poopy. No, you can't hover. It's bolded, but I can't hover or left click or right click, and I'm pretty sure that's not an unsupported Linux client thing. I'm pretty sure that's just a hex thing. Pretty sure that's just a hex thing. Yeah, you pumped that chump. Yeah, and like I think they're great design space. Like I love Verdict as a mechanic. Like when I understand what it does because like I've looked it up, but like I shouldn't have to like open a web browser and like our hex Verdict mechanic. What are the things? What does this mean? Like it's a great mechanic. I should be able to access the information from an in client. I would love to sacrifice a troop I control. I don't need that one. Day Raider's kind of annoying. Makes their things invincible. What's a Spirit too? That's really good. This card's super powerful. And that is one of the things I like about Hex, is that Hex's game is just like full of super powerful cards, right? There's like so many. I have a Nightfall. Enjoy. Oh crap, that was a punt. This is when it enters play under your control. Man, that was big pop-up punts there. All right, well, mistakes were made. Hopefully our corners of the world can pull us through this. Oh, yes it can. Yes it can. All right. What if we? What are under these? Yeah. Do I want to get rid of the 2s pre-combat? Probably. Yeah, but I could just void the 1s here. Is it the 2s or is it the 1s? The 1s clear the Vesper, the Nightfall, the Daybreak. It's probably just the 2s. It's definitely just the 2s. It's definitely just the 2s. I get my Goldfather and my Might Singer back, and I get to play this out. This triggers Might Singer. That's great. Your move, Yugi boy. This is my stuff. My stuff is amazing. And if they want to play stuff, they got to give us lucky coins. The 2s feel good. I'm all about doing things that feel good. Let's slide right on in here. Alright. Sacrifice an artifact or constant you control. Nope. Your guys can get bigger. Enjoy. Yep. Light Singer's active. The world is our oyster, chat. I have a Phantom. You need more cheese stick? Alright, I gotta go tackle more cheese stick. I'll be right back. There you go. Twilight Eclipse is kind of scary. Okay, we have a game. Got some lucky coins here. I do have my champ power in the bank here, so I'm gonna get to play two resources out, and Corners of the World is gonna make my stuff bigger, so... Yeah, probably Momentum the Might Singer. Alrighty. Oh, baby. Alright, so sorry. For this, whenever we play a resource, we get to draw a card now. So... enjoy that one for a minute. Yeah, I should have started with the momentum. I love the momentum decks. I should have started with this. They're more fun than the Ruby Aggro. Pretty good one. Do I want to attack with my Might Singer here? They are draining us for 5 a turn, so like that's a big deal that I have to think about. Grove Warden would have been the nut. It would have been real good. I think I need to leave some flyers back to not die to these in the sky. Although this has Skyguard. That's so good for us. Think I want to wait a turn? Really? So like if I attack with Might Singer, I guess they could just trade these two for it. But like this is only gonna... Oh, it gets 5/5 every single turn, right? That's pretty good. I smash with these two. If they hit removal for this, I'm sad. But if they don't hit removal for that, I'm gonna smash with these two. Smash with these two. That's fine. They want to trade this for one of them, I'm okay with that. And if they want to take 11, I'm okay with that. They're going to gain 6 next turn, so I do need to like pressure their health total a little bit here. Fourteen Tron decks in day 2 out of 90. HexPvPtools.net has just all the data. When I say all of it, I mean all of it. There's a lot of data. That's sweet for us. Cool. Clear those out. Don't have to die by mistake. We just need to find a way to power through this Twilight Eclipse here, basically. And I think between Exalted, Pathfinder, and Might Singer here, we should be able to do that. We're probably going to be dead in as quick as 3, though. Do I mind if I discard a card? Yeah, I really don't want to discard a card, so I have a Phantom. And I think we just, like, YOLO Smash Face next turn, right? Because it's going to make my troops larger, too. Because even the Shamrock is fine in my hand, because Corner's going to let me draw a discard here. We'd love to draw, like, a Verdant Portal here. Like, smash a bunch of resources into play and trigger momentum a ton. Oh, baby, asking you shop. So this plays 2 wild shards out of our deck, and then... So this Might Singer is just about to be huge. Huge /huge. My huge Might Singer. My huge Might Singer. Yeah, we're gonna play a bunch of Legacy tonight. Oh, and that lets us hit our champion power too. God, that's good. God, that's good. Got the old Mastodon here as well. Are there wild shards left in my deck? I think there's 1 or 2. Just casual 47 Might Singer. Alright, I'm sold on this deck. Seems decent. Alright, void that one. How do we feel about my board state? Alright, we squeaked this one out. Roar. Give him the business, and this pretty lady crushes. Crush, 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 crush. You like how I took like 2 cheese breaks this game? Negative 101. Ka-cha! Hadouken! I got a bunch of ways to destroy constants on my board here, right? Sign me up. Corners of the world good? They're probably good. What do I want to cut? I'm gonna cut these righteous whack shots on the draw. They did revert the nerf to Haraza. Did revert the nerf to Haraza, which was nice. Frostlock could like kinda be a liability because our opponent got crushed by Merry Caravan that game, so they're probably bringing in anti-constant cards. Like their shards have access to anti-constant cards. I think I'm not gonna bring that in. I'm not gonna bring that in. I think I want to leave some Winter's Grasp, and I could even see wanting a 4th Winter's Grasp on the draw. I probably have enough go big cards that I... Your Han's right there on the floor. Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing in a bunch of ways to kill constants, right? Like, I'm bringing in 2 Routing Chop Knights. Yes. Your An is right there on the floor. Right there. See it? Declan's funny. I think this is going to be my last match of the morning. I need to... maybe we'll play one more. We'll see how these end up. I had some stuff I got to get done around the house. I think I want to go to the gym this afternoon too. This deck's kind of sweet, so... So this hand's really bad, and the reason why it's really bad is like, if I could make double wild, I might be able to justify keeping this, but like the fact that it needs to draw resources and non-resources makes it pretty terrible. This hand needs to draw wild, obviously, but it only needs to draw wilds. Did my opponent put me on the play? Deal. This hand just needs to draw short. So if we hit a wild on 2 here, we're gonna be just like skate right on off, and we've got 15 wild in our deck, so we've got 7. So there's 7 non-wild out of 20, so we're 13 over 20 to hit our wild here. It's a little over a coin flip. I saw that the GP top 8 is 4 Tron decks and 2 Abzan decks. I mean, I think it's really unfair to like pigeonhole people based on their platform. Like there's shitty people that play on the PC too, just like there's good people that play on the PlayStation 4. You could just say inexperienced players will put you on the play, because it is generally incorrect to put your opponent on the play. It has to be very specific subset of things to be true to make putting your opponent on the play correct, and most of the time those things aren't true. Well, in the same side, I don't think being in Cosmic means you're going to be a good TCG player. Oh yeah, 15 out of 22. Yeah, you're right. It's like 67%. I definitely think this hand's a keep. Like, even if we miss there, it doesn't make the hand a bad keep. I think it's the right percentage play. What I did there. I just don't think it's right to say like, well, they're PS4 players, so they're bad at TCGs, or well, they're PC players, so they're good at TCGs. Like, I think that's pretty unfair. wonder if I was supposed to go Leprechaun Artist that turn. I probably just want to play the Shamrock, right? And then next turn I can go Artist plus Might Singer. We do need another Wild at some point here, so we are going to need to Fate Weave resources at the top of our deck. Unless we rip a Pomegranate, that would be great. Yeah, Pomegranate would be like the stone tier. Deal. All of the lucky coins are belong to me. I'll get to hopefully Rotting Chomp Knight that sometime soon here. So Rotting Chomp Knight's a 6/4 that when it enters play and when it dies, it destroys an artifact or constant. That's a pretty good one. That one's gonna happen down the line here. So we're gonna play Leprechaun Artist first. I don't want to expose my Exalted Pathfinder to removal before I get a chance to play a resource with him. I'm gonna go ahead and flip a resource on top of my deck here. Hopefully we hit another Wild. Play this out for the auto pass value. You like Saren Duck? Massacre would be kind of annoying here, but like all of these cards have like generated value except for the Might Singer, right? Well, I guess this one has it. Like Massacre would basically just be a 2-for-1 here, which I think we're more than okay with. And like if they don't have Massacre here, next turn I'm gonna go Exalted Pathfinder, play the resource off the top of our deck, champ power the Might Singer, play another resource, just like smash, smash, smash. We're 159. We won the last two. We'll see where we get after this one. Glooming Edict. Ding ding ding. So you get to play this. We're gonna hit them for a lot of damages this turn. This gets us our second Wild. Gonna trigger Momentum. It's gonna draw us a card. It's gonna get us our fourth charge for our champ power. Might Singer drew us a card. Everything's coming up, Millhouse chat. We drew a Verdant Rift. Alright, they are super dead decks. They might be super dead this turn, but they are super duper dead next turn regardless. Oh, Merry Caravan, sure. Another piece of candy. Deck's a good combination of stuff. Pretty good combination of stuff. Oh, just down to one here. Yep, just almost dead this turn. That's my favorite part about playing card games on the computer. I don't have to do the math myself. You're just like, alright, just add the bonuses, attack, you'll work it out, computer. The Anoronics banner is one of our subscribers on the Magic side, and he wanted to buy a banner ad. I was like, sure, I'll sell a banner ad to anyone that wants to give me money. Yeah, ain't that the truth? The computer is the real MVP. In paper, you gotta like line it up and figure out what your trample damage is and like all this other stuff. And here it's just like, nah, just like click and like tell me if they're dead. I'm hoping they're dead. Tell me if that's the case. Anoronics has a 2K bit badge at this point. Probably getting close to a 3K bit badge, if we're counting correctly. You really need to kill some of my stuff, opponent. And you're dead. Alright. I went pretty quick. Let's play one more, and then we'll call it a morning. 149. Okay, we're jumping 10 at a time. We'll see. Eventually, we'll stop jumping 10 at a time. Play one more. Turn for hanging out. Everyone's having a good Sunday morning. Gonna play some Hex anyways, figured I might as well fire up the stream for it. The draft is about to pop. 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8. We should have started with this deck this morning. This deck makes me smile. If we ever get Immortal support, I think the first thing I'm going to try in Immortal is a Momentum deck. I'd really like to. I think there's good work to be done with this archetype in Immortal. Get to play Chlorophilia. I feel like there's a lot of really sweet things to explore in their Immortal format if they just gave us a good way to play it. Yeah, Turns deck is sweet. I think there's just a ton of really sweet, like, they have a lot of awesome cards in this game. Like, they've done a really good job of, like, making a lot of unique, powerful things. Because, like, playing powerful cards is fun, right? Their Texas standard format has always felt closer in power level to something like Modern than compared to Magic standard format. Palm's pretty good. This deck has, what, 11 wild shards, so our palms are less likely to get dead than, like, some of the more greedy decks I've played that only play, like, a 7 or 8 wild shards. I mean, turns is fun for one player. Sometimes fun is zero sum, okay? It's okay. Okay, not everybody has to enjoy the same things. Man, if they can't kill this Leprechaun Artist, that effectively kills it. Womp womp. That's fine. So this Shackling Strand says the start of every combat phase that exhausts the troop, so that's basically effectively removed. I think I want to just play Pomegranate here, so that way I can get Merry Caravan going next turn. I'm potentially missing value here by not having the Might Singer in play while I'm playing these wild resources out, but I think this is worthwhile. I just want to, like, develop my resources a little bit more. Another Might Singer, that's pretty good. All right, so I think I just want to get the Merry Caravan going. Although I guess I can't use my champion power this turn. Yeah, I'm a liar, actually. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm going to, if this resolves and doesn't get, like, dingled or something, I'm gonna champ power her. Actually, even if she gets dingled, I might champ power her, because I can get this online for next turn, so I can champ power here. And then we'll go Wild Shard for the turn. I have an extra resource drop still. I had Drew a creature. That's great. Play this Pomegranate. Then Pomegranate's going to trigger this. Oh, what a beating. What a beating. So Verdict got to interrupt my Palm there. So Might Singer is not online next turn. But that's good. This sequence, I'd much rather a Pomegranate get verdicted than a Merry Caravan get verdicted, right? And they brought me to Justice. Sweet. Put us play kind of a Sapphire Diamond control style deck. Yep. Alright, so let's trigger her a couple times. Real shame this isn't able to attack. So we do need to draw some resources here. Might Singer is going to start getting larger every turn, assuming it doesn't die. Steadfast, momentum. Alright, Mary Caravan out. Play this shard, get a random 1-drop. Play a Shamrock Goldfather. I don't have any more resources, so I don't really stand to gain anything by hitting my champion power here, so hopefully they'll play a couple things, and Shamrock Goldfather will generate resources, and we'll hit this a couple times and start going, but... Might Singer's gonna kick up to a 12-12 next turn, so this card gets bigger every single turn. Yeah, it is a good 1-drop, right? That's a good pickup. So let's Champ Power this one so it gains momentum. With Well of Life. Back for 15. This has Crush Bud. Gonna be sad with the results of that block. Momentum on Whitesinger is kind of nuts. Momentum on Whitesinger is really good. Really know what our opponent's doing. I'm just gonna click submit. Alright, they've had enough. Well, remember, Seeker is symmetrical, right? Oh, I had... Yeah, you're right, because it would have been 15. It would have been 16 exactly with the Pocket Army, if I hadn't activated the Pocket Army. Yeah, good catch, chat. Alright, we're 145. I'm gonna go eat some lunch and do some stuff around the house and go to the gym. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. I played 4 matches in there. We'll probably try and hit Cosmic. I don't know that I'm gonna set a Hex schedule again, but I think we're gonna try and hit top 64 in the next 10 days, whatever we have time for with that. So peace, folks, and I'll catch all y'all around again later. If you're a Magic player, I'm gonna be doing a Legacy stream tonight. I think gonna work through some of those lists and the HQ that I've been sitting in there. So peace, folks, and thanks for the subs and resubs and for the bits, Trax. I appreciate that. Y'all are the reason I'm do what I do.